So after a long drive of an hour, we have now arrived after following the bicycle of my father-in-law's, I believe it's another cousin. I'm so bad with everything, but something else to note, when you greet people in Vietnam, you say Con Chau, followed by the person's status. So if it's an older person, like a grandparent, I say Con Chau back. If it's your parent, for your father, you say Con Chau bo. If it's a mother, Con Chau me. If you're greeting a stranger and it's a person younger than you, then you say Con Chau em. Or when you say thank you, come on em. There's all sorts of rules, and then there's uncles and aunts, and the language alone is difficult enough as it is, but the specific titles you need to use in formal greetings, quite complicated. So I always ask my wife right before greeting somebody, whether it's a relative or a stranger, I kind of whisper to her, I say, how do I say hello? And she'll say, Con Chau back, or Con Chau And I usually get it right, though I'm sure my pronunciation is just brutal. So here's the inside of the house. They're so kind. We just went inside. I'm going to go follow upstairs in a moment, but here's, as you'd see in a traditional home, walk in, you take your shoes off, some bicycles here. Also, of course, we're in North Vietnam, so you see a lot of the people we know, including my father-in-law's family. They, of course, most of the men have served in the military, either during the war or after. He was, of course, part of the war. So you'll see a lot of medals, proud displays of military service, and then, of course, reunions for military service. So it's a sense of pride, and culturally relatable in the sense that we in the United States, we always say support the troops, respect veterans especially, and it's no different here. And of course, they'll also see homage to Ho Chi Minh right here. So again, when people say, "Oh, that's just propaganda," it's not just pessimistic or it's not really understanding nationalism is relative. We don't like it when people trash George Washington and other founding fathers. It's the kind of the same thing. Ho Chi Minh is basically the founding father of Vietnam. Whether you like the politics or not, it's the reality. So to critique people's loyalty and nationalism, kind of short-sighted. Here's the street as well, kind of cool. I'll take a street tour in a moment. I'm going to go upstairs now because that seems to be where everybody else is headed. I don't know, do they just get a tour or if that's where they're eating? Depending on the layout of the home, sometimes they'll have the kitchen upstairs, and I could smell incense. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I think they were bringing gifts to the... Yes. Okay.
Just to be in the picture.
Okay,
that's enough for the road.
Khói nó không chịu nổi ông này.
Okay.
Được, nhanh lên.
Rồi xong rồi bác. Xong rồi.
Ok, xin cảm ơn.
So when you come into a home, you always bring gifts into the home, and you bring it to the ancestors. This is Vietnamese Buddhism, so it's ancestor worship. So you always bring a gift. There's the gifts that Bob picked up at the store earlier. My wife's telling me to get out because it's stuffy. It's just incense, and it is stuffy, but I also have to make content. And here's where the bedrooms are and the bathroom. Yeah, she doesn't like incense like me. So I'm not the only sensitive one here. So I'll go back downstairs. Continue to enjoy the inside of this place. Everybody's sitting down, chilling out. And I don't know, they're probably going to eat something or just sit down and chat. The boys are asking for butter cookies. I'm going to go outside and do a little street tour. So I got water, don't worry about me. She looks worried. See you later. Wife is concerned. as she should be, because it's 100 degrees and extremely humid. But I'm being careful today. Plenty of agua, or in Vietnamese, nuoc. My terrible pronunciation. I don't know if there's a lot of interesting stuff to check out around here. Anything's interesting to me, but for content here to see something different from other videos. So we'll just take a little wander, a block or two, not go too far. A little look into people's homes. I feel bad being intrusive, but whatever. Let's walk over here towards the town. Now, we would have never found this place without several phone calls, because even when you use GPS, you can get the general region, but to get specific addresses, not easy in Vietnam. So this looks like, I'll take a photo of here. This might be a school. I don't know. It's beautiful. I don't want to go inside and violate any rules. So I'm going to take a few steps in and then turn my camera around. Oh, this could be a pagoda. Or maybe not. I'm thinking it's... Because you got a volleyball court, though, here, too. Oh, I see. Chuk Mung Nam Moi, Happy New Year. There's definitely, like, a Buddhist prayer area. So this might be, like, a pagoda. Oh, cool. This is cool. I'll try to come here and not be too culturally insensitive. Wow, look at this. Okay. Now it feels like I'm in Thailand. And the reason I say that is in Thailand, I mean, it's like every block you go, there's a pagoda and people praying and Buddhist monks. Not so much in Vietnam, but, just in terms of how many you see. But there's definitely, every little town has their area. Whoa, I almost slipped there. Get me wiping out on video. Wow, very pretty. I love the old architecture here. It's hard to date these buildings. They look worn and old. Were they built during the war period? Were they well before it? I'm going to guess well before, maybe during the French colonial period. But I have no idea. Here's a nice volleyball court. We'll continue our little journey. Try to keep these videos under 10 minutes, so maybe 2 hours left of content here. Sorry, 2 minutes left of content. Very quiet, peaceful here. Hearing some birds. Yes, you hear the occasional motorbike, but it's not, screaming traffic like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi. I don't know what's being dried here. Almost looks like hair, but it can't be. Clueless American walks the streets. It's another store. I don't think you need licenses or anything to run stores from what my wife has described to me. I think it's just generally you open up a store. I don't think the government cares. I don't think they want any kickbacks or taxes. And here's a nice person riding her bike. Huh. Here's some sort of playground. So this got to be like an elementary school. Looks like it. Looks almost like a pre-K kindergarten type place. Vietnamese Head Start, I don't know. And I see my wife's telling me to come, so I'm going to come back. I think I'll wrap up the video here as I'm being summoned back to the house to see the relatives. Over and out.